Liverpool is about to enter one of the most exciting transfer battles of the summer window, and the name at the centre of this race is Alexander Isak. Yes, the same stylish Swede who's been dazzling at Newcastle with breathtaking goals and video game-like dribbles. He's the striker everyone wants, and now it seems the Magpies might be starting to open the door for his departure. For Liverpool fans, this sounds like music to their ears, but there are still many chapters of this story yet to be written. Alexander Isak, now 25 years old, has become a modern legend since arriving at Newcastle from Real Sociedad. His playing style blends elegance and power, combining precise finishing with intelligent movement that challenges any opposing defence. He's not just a player, he's a complete phenomenon, capable of deciding matches with a single touch. However, despite his individual success, the environment around Isak is beginning to shift. Newcastle, while re-emerging as a force in the Premier League, has yet to secure a consistent spot in the Champions League, something that could weigh heavily on the decision of such an ambitious player. And here lies the big dilemma. Can Newcastle really hold on to their number 9? Until recently, it seemed the Magpies were willing to do whatever it took to keep him. Reports suggested that a staggering offer of £150 million would be necessary to pry him away from St James's Park. In addition, his astronomical salary would make it nearly impossible for many clubs to match the terms offered by Newcastle. However, football is full of surprises, and small signs are starting to suggest that the situation may not be as solid as it once seemed. First, there's the competitive factor. Despite their financial advances and multi-million investments, Newcastle still isn't quite at the pinnacle of world football. Clubs like Barcelona, Manchester United, and of course Liverpool are on a different level when it comes to global visibility and sporting opportunities. Isak, being an ambitious player who wants to compete in the biggest European tournaments, might feel his chances of achieving both individual and team glory are greater elsewhere. And if Newcastle fails once again to secure a Champions League spot, the balance could quickly tip in favour of an exit. Another interesting point is Isak's contract. Although he signed a deal running until 2028, recent reports suggest he has yet to put pen to paper on a new definitive contract. This opens the door for speculation. If Newcastle fails to lock him down with renewed terms, they'll likely opt to sell while his market value remains high. After all, losing a player of Isak's calibre for free in a few years would be too big of a blow for any club to bear. But what's truly intriguing is the strategy Newcastle seems to be quietly adopting behind the scenes. In recent days, rumours have emerged that the club is interested in signing new strikers. One of them is Emmanuel Emega, a young sensation from Strasbourg whose talent has been catching the eyes of scouts across Europe. Another name mentioned is Liam Delap, a promising prospect from Ipswich Town who has a £30 million release clause in his contract. These moves raise questions. Is Newcastle planning to replace Isak? Or are they trying to build a deadly strike duo, combining Isak's experience with Delap's explosive youth? The idea of seeing Isak and Delap playing together is certainly intriguing, but there's an obvious problem. Liam Delap, with all his potential, would hardly agree to join Newcastle, knowing he'd have to share the spotlight with Isak. Players like Delap, who are reaching the peak of their careers and seeking regular minutes on the pitch, would likely prefer clubs where they can be the main star. This suggests that the pursuit of Delap might actually be a sign that Newcastle is preparing to part ways with Isak. And that's where Liverpool comes in. Under the leadership of Arne Slot, the club is determined to rebuild its attack following the likely departures of Darwin Núñez and Diogo Jota. Both players are being linked with moves away, and the money raised from their sales could help fund a bold move for Isak. Of course, £150 million is a massive amount, but if Liverpool manages to free up budget space and structure a creative deal, the chance of bringing the Swede to Anfield is not out of reach. For Reds fans, imagining Isak wearing the red shirt is a dream that's starting to feel closer to reality. He would be the kind of player capable of taking the team to the next level, both in the Premier League and the Champions League. His speed, technique, and ability to score in a variety of ways would make him a perfect fit in Arne Slot's tactical system. On top of that, his presence in the squad would give fans a fresh reason to get excited, someone who could easily become a modern icon of the club. However, signing Isak won't be easy. In addition to the high price tag, other European giants are also keeping a close eye on the situation. Barcelona, for example, is well known for attracting top talent, and Manchester United is also in the market for an elite striker. This means Liverpool will need to act quickly and strategically to secure his signature. In the meantime, the next few months promise plenty of twists and turns. Will Newcastle really let go of Isak, or will they find a way to convince him to stay? And more importantly, will Liverpool be able to outpace their rivals and bring this star to Anfield? All these questions remain unanswered, but one thing is certain: the transfer market has never been more thrilling. Another Liverpool star is also in the spotlight at the moment. Luis Diaz, the electrifying Colombian who has already won hearts at Anfield, has been showing signs that he might be considering a departure from the club. Recent statements and emotional gestures have raised questions about his future. Could he be preparing for a new adventure away from the Reds? To find out more about this intriguing possibility, click here and dive into the next story that's sure to shake up Liverpool's behind the scenes even further. Football is made of these fascinating stories, where every transfer or departure can completely reshape a club's destiny. From Isak to Diaz, the next chapters promise to be full of emotion, surprises, and passion. Stay tuned to catch everything that's about to unfold. Did you enjoy the video and want to get the best updates about the Reds? Then leave a like to stay on top of everything happening with Liverpool every single day. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.